For real. It's like, yeah, it's not like the
Supposedly,
hardware can't do it.
right? They just locked it off because they're like, well, let's save that for the next console. Just to justify because we're gonna launch the next console, but we're only gonna launch 2 games for it.
Exactly. Jeez. But they continue to get away with that stuff, you know, they can do it, it's not a problem. You know, it's like, oh, but let anybody else do that. And that's the main problem. So, like, the main issue I brought at the beginning of this conversation. What the heck? Oh, okay. Right, the main, like, I'm tired of fighting the battle. I'm tired of, like, trying to convince people. And it's like, you have to convince people that they're not, that I have to presume are stupid because they can't see the facts right in front of them.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, like, it's obvious. Why would you, like, okay, and well, you know, you have to respect other people's opinions. So, so, okay, sure, maybe you like Nintendo games. You know, whatever. Cool. But why would you buy a Switch without at least having one of the other consoles? You know, it's like, unless you're a Nintendo player and like all you do is all you prefer to play is Nintendo games, then yes, it makes sense to buy whatever Nintendo is selling. But if you want to play anything multiplayer, I mean not multiplayer. If you want to play anything multiplayer, but if you want to play anything multi-platform, you have no business owning the Switch.
Yeah. Oh, we got multiplayer. You know, we got Squid Inklings or whatever. Splatoon.
Splatoon, yeah, you know that. Oh, that really lit up the charts, didn't it? It's like,
Yeah, no, it's the best game that nobody plays.
basically.
People like it, but they don't play it. Like who comes out and says, "Man, I'm an avid Splatoon player." Like, I've never heard of anybody even on YouTube. Like no one says, "Man, I'm so into Splatoon," and like I've been playing it for. The lust for it is gone. When it first came out, probably the servers were swarmed.
Well, yeah, because there's nothing else to play.
Right, and then now probably nobody on it.
It's ridiculous. You know, I mean, and again, like, out of all the things they get away with, they got away with in 2017, they got away with a console that has 32 gigs of internal storage.
Oh my god.
Like,
yeah, in an age where everybody's going digital.
It's like, yeah, it's like 32 gigs. It's like, really? You sold it for $300. You couldn't throw in 64 gigs? It's like, literally. But remember, now this is an issue that we predicted would become a problem within a year, right? Because I think even Breath of the Wild, like, you could only, if you had Breath of the Wild, you could only have Breath of the Wild. Like, you couldn't install anything else, right?
No.
But have you heard anyone complaining about it? No! I've heard no one talk about it. But I know for a fact they must have filled up their Switches by now, right? They must have. It's only 32, it's 27 gigs, because like 4 gigs is taken by the operating system. So you're trying to tell me? Yeah, they have to uninstall and re-download all the time. Or guess what? They buy the physical stuff. But even the patches they still need. You know this is a problem, but no one complains about it because Nintendo.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but
we've yet to see the complaining video about having to re-download Breath of the Wild every couple of months when you want to play it.
Yeah, but you know for a fact. I mean, people were already talking about, oh, I don't know if 500 gigs was enough for PS4 when it launched. They're like, oh no, I can't wait till the first you saw all the videos when PS4 first came out. The first thing I did was swap it out for with an external hard drive for a terabyte, because that 500 gigs is not enough. But somehow it's okay. You're like, I just can't understand. I just can't understand.
No, I can't understand either. Suddenly, it's like, yeah, you're right, because there were people who were, I can't stand 500 gigabytes. We can't do nothing with that. Let's swap it out for the 1 terabyte. I remember that.
Yeah.
They were doing it, and they were just doing it like that, and then they're showing all the games that they have downloaded. Like, oh, if you have PlayStation Plus, you need this, whatever. It's true.
But all of a sudden, 32 gigs on the Switch is fine.
Right.
It's like it can't be. It cannot be. But double standard.
They just swallow it down. That's it. Like,
it's ridiculous.
That's just Nintendo trying to cut the cost so that the console won't be like $500. Like,
but the PS4 wasn't $500.
No, but you know what? It had success with the Wii U because remember the Wii U only had 60 gigs? No, it never had. It had 30 gigabyte hard drive.
I don't even remember what it had. But the Wii U was last gen, so
right.
Because it's like, okay, the rationale is that last gen the games weren't that big. I mean, they were big, but they weren't that big. Last gen, Infamous was 7 gigs. And an open world game like Infamous was 7 gigs. But it ain't 7. But the games ain't 7 gigs no more. And when you're trying to have multi-platform releases, how can you? How can you say, okay, 32 gigs was okay for last gen, but it's also okay for this gen too?
Watcha? You here for a bit of R&R like everyone else, eh?
But the baffling thing is, it's obvious that is not true, and that's not acceptable. But what is not obvious is that people, for some reason, decided not to call them out on it. And they continue to not complain about it.
Well, right, they continue, and it's the opposite effect of, buying a game and
you ain't
supporting
Octagonia to let your hair
whereas
down.
if you don't complain about something, it's going to keep happening.
Yeah.
And it's just like Apple.
Everyone's
with
been miserable since it got all dark and that,
bring
right?
an example of Apple
this is where
with
people
the
come to
audio
forget all
jack
that horrible
on the
stuff.
phone.
Yeah.
To have a bit
The
of fun.
first time that they removed that, there should have been a riot.
Yeah.
They should have rioted. People should have been
I met this girl on the road as it happens.
Because guess what? They did that with Samsung. When Samsung did the S6 Edge that didn't have an SD card slot.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
No, everyone was like, ah. And guess what? They added it right back in with the S7 going forward. But you're right. Like all of a sudden, Apple gets rid of the iPhone, the headphone jack, and somehow everybody's okay with it.
Dressed all funny, she was. One of them martial artist types, you know.
And then they were like, okay, well, if you guys bought into it, and we made, they sit in their little board meeting, and they're like, well, if the charts say that the sales went up, and we removed the audio jack, and it saved us this much money every year on production.
There he is.
I
thought he'd never show up.
Sales are up because
nice
we're
Maybe
selling
we'll bump
accessories,
into each other in town
and those
again,
are cheap to make. So instead of that money that went into the audio jack is now going back into our pocket.
Basically,
they're like,
come on.
We're selling this accessory to now connect your audio through Fire stick or whatever.
Basically, we'll cut costs. We'll cut costs by not putting a component in, and then we'll charge you for the replacement.
Right, we'll charge you to replace it. Exactly.
It has been
well,
a
even
long time.
the crazy thing is when I bought Jillian her iPhone X,
a quick look
it
around
did
town,
come with the Fire,
never
not
know.
the Fire, the
Lassie was
USB stick.
talking about
I'm
could
sorry,
be Jade.
USB-C to auxiliary in the box. So they probably thought it was a good idea to add it in because they made so much money off of it in the beginning.
Well, yeah, and because I mean, like, really, connectors. Converting connectors like that probably cost like $2 in China. Like, Like really,
like
it's like
2 cents.
yeah, it's like super. It's like it's not like it's expensive. Like oh, you know, we gotta make this conversion thing. It's like no, you don't. It's super cheap.
No. Yeah.
But I bet they don't. I bet the iPhone 10 Max don't come with that though. I bet they stopped doing it.
No. Or
That was like their that was probably like that was like their transition. That was their transitional period. They're like, oh, we'll give you an adapter, but after this model, you know, you're on your own. You know, basically.
Right, you're on your own. Now you got to buy it for $5.99 when it costs like 2 cents for like Billy in China to put it together. But it's like, man, it's like everything else. Okay, you let it happen, it'll happen.
Yep.
Like look at people are passionate about other stuff, but for some reason, like Apple and Nintendo cannot be touched. They can't do no wrong. Like there's this guy who I just saw this YouTube video today, and he had that, you know, Apple has their new counter to Alexa,
Victory
which is the speaker. I forgot what it was called, the Apple Pod.
Oh really?
Or something like that. And now the problem with it is that it has Siri, and Siri does not allow you to play Spotify.
Oh really?
For some reason, on that pod you cannot play Spotify, and you can't do nothing without having an account to iTunes and just subscribing to their music service. So you have to buy a crazy expensive speaker, which is he didn't disclose the price, but I believe it's like $3.99
Probably.
The speaker. Then you have to have a compatible.
Another day, another victory.
Compatible. What's it called? Shoot. A compatible software that comes from Apple. You have to have like a subscription. So it's $400 for the speaker.
Dang.
Then $15 a month for the subscription to iTunes or whatever, like live music or whatever it is. And then if it's not in your iTunes library, you can't play it or you can't do it. And you can't just tell her, hey, can you whatever. And then there's a message in Siri where you ask Siri, hey, what can I do with you or something like that. And she says that she is a crazy expensive speaker for people who want to just live in the environment of an Apple device or have the full Apple experience, whatever. So she basically says, like, she's her own like, you know, she's like flagging herself out.
For real.
But this device, nobody's doing it. So what does the guy do in the video? Instead of just complaining and saying, I'm not buying this, you should not buy this. No. He shows you how to do a workaround with
You're in the new Octagonia now.
A Raspberry Pi.
Oh my god.
A Raspberry Pi, and then connecting the Raspberry Pi to your network, and then connecting Alexa to your Raspberry Pi, and then it's a pass-through to Alexa. So Alexa will play on the speaker. And I'm like, why even buy it in the first place?
Exactly, just don't buy it.
Yeah,
buy Alexa.
Buy it.
Buy the Alexa thing then. Is that if you're hooking up all kind of other stuff to it?
Right. So now you've spent $400. Now you have to buy a Raspberry Pi that's $30 if you don't already have one. You have to format a Raspberry Pi, learn how to do that. It takes time.
It might be your lucky day.
It takes time to learn how to use a Raspberry Pi. Then you have to go buy an Alexa for $50.
A casino run by monsters,
so now you're in maybe like
it all sounds a wee bit fishy to me.
$600?
Still, we'd better go and take a look.
So it's like,
Jade might be inside.
Why not just tell people don't buy this thing?
Exactly. No, you know.
No.
No one will ever tell you that. No one will ever tell you don't buy a Switch.
No.
No one will ever tell you any of this crap.
They'd rather be like, okay, hey, guys, I got the perfect fix for the Switch. It's these glasses by Apple that help with graphics. If you put them on, you will see sharper images coming from the screen. It helps with LCDs and with all this stuff, like, so they're selling you something else to add to it. Or like it's like saying, hey, oh yeah, no, like for instance, remember when people were hooking up their PS4s to the Xbox One S?
Oh yeah, to play 4K, you know.
What happened with that? Aren't people still doing that?
I don't know. Like, I don't see those videos. So, and why would you do that? But here's the thing. Like, who has an Xbox? It's like,
I know.
I think there might be like 40 million sold, and PS4 is approaching 100 million. So who's got an Xbox to be doing that mess with?
Wow.
It's stupid. The main takeaway is that people are stupid. Because they do this mess.
The main takeaway, the
whole thing, you know, yeah.
And it's rendered in its own filth. People are stupid. They'll just buy anything for status.
Yeah.
Well, it's like these stupid people over here, man. They buy like, they'll live in. There's people over here live here. They live in these like small apartments that are cheap. They're spending like I'm paying like with everything. It's like almost $950 a month just to live here. And then not only that, but I have other expenses and stuff. So it's close to like a couple thousand a month, US, that I'm spending here. People are in the same situation as me, owning BMWs and
for real, right?
Range Rovers, when they can take that money, save it, and then end up like, you know, a freaking Range Rover is almost like how much of a like the cost of a small like single family home. And you can take that money and save it and get out of these apartments and go and buy yourself a house and have a mortgage, and at least you own something. You know, the oil change for a Range Rover or a BMW is about $200.
Damn, that's stupid. That's like saying, oh man, my toothpaste costs $100. Like,
Yeah.
Like what?
For real. It takes only a special kind of synthetic oil, and the filter is super expensive. And people who do the work on it have to be specialized in German engineering, or German cars rather. So you can't just take it to any old, like, you know,
yeah, any dude on the street.
Mom and pop shop. But you can if you buy a simple car.
Yep.
You know, and it's like, but see, the thing is, like with Jillian's car, she ended up getting the sports model because she liked one little thing about it. She liked the spoiler on the back, and I was like, oh God, why did you get the sports model? So she's like, oh no, when I was young, I just wanted like something cool and whatever, and I was like, all right, whatever. So now we have, instead of getting the $30 oil change with regular oil, we have to use a synthetic brand, and it's like up to $70 for each oil change.
Dang.
Just for what? So that we can go to work? We don't race. We're not like
For real, right?
drifters. We're not drifting. It's not Tokyo Drift. We're going to work. So like people, you know, don't think about it, and that's the same thing. They buy. Oh, I got an iPhone. I got, like, my boss. She has everything Apple. I'm just like, why? You know, it's like you have an Apple MacBook Pro. You break the specs down. You could have bought a more powerful Dell or a more powerful HP.
For real.
And saved money. Oh, but you know, it's not going to connect to all my other iPhone or Apple products.
No, that's the whole point. It'll connect to literally everything else. It's like
Exactly. Everything else that makes the difference. And she got the phone. I mean, she got the phone and the watch, the new watches that are coming out.
Man, I still remember, people, Miyamoto make you forget, but I still remember that the whole reason that we have apps for everything is because of Apple.
Right.
Because the iPhone Safari browser couldn't play YouTube and the rest of the stuff in the regular browser like everybody. I mean, we forget that YouTube was a website. Like,
right,
you used to access YouTube through a browser, but because they couldn't do that on the iPhone because of the operating system, they had to make a dedicated app, and from that comes dedicated apps from everything. That's how it all started, because of the limitations of a device that got popular.
Right.
It's like you realize that all you guys did was just like they just but again, not because did anyone tell you, oh, don't, man, it's a big downside to the iPhone that you can't watch YouTube on it. No, we'll make a workaround, and we'll find a way to make it work. Is basically what happened.
That's the spirit behind every single thing that people find popular, that people like. The majority like something, they will make it happen. They will make it work. It's like, I'm trying to think. There was something that Nintendo did. What was it? What was it? That people found a workaround for, and they were like, well, this actually works, and you can do it. Or like the Red Ring of Death for Microsoft, for Xbox 360.
Oh yeah.
Wrap it in a blanket.
Yeah, right. And turn it on. Let it. It's like, even though that makes literally no sense. I mean, I suppose the idea is that it would like reheat the solder and reflow it, but like, no, that's not. You'll end up cooking components before you melt any solder at doing that mess.
Exactly.
Exactly.
But yeah, wrap it in a blanket, or what other feature? What other thing that like people were complaining about that they then found a fix for? I think it was for some Switch game. What was it? It had to be for a Switch game or something, or something to do with the Switch or the Wii U, where people were complaining. And I forgot, but there's some bullcrap where it's like you hear the stuff that they do, and it's like, why would you need to even circumvent something brand new that you just bought? Right. Well, like, for instance, the whole issue with the screen scratching with when you connect to the case. Right out the box, you have to buy a screen protector. Or there was this YouTuber who I was watching, and right out the box, he bought an extra set of like rubber pads, and he applied them to the inside of the console right out the box.
Yeah.
Like, hey, here's a brand new console that you have to fix before you can play it.
Right. But but it's alright. It's alright. Because we're not gonna say anything bad about them, because no. But lo and behold, when the PS3 launched and it didn't have an HDMI cable in the box, everyone was like, "Oh, this is so stupid! Why do I have to buy separate HD cables?" I gotta make a workaround, a shop class solution for this new console that I just bought, so that it doesn't scratch itself. No, that's fine. I'm totally okay with that. It's like, really, people?
Yeah,
Are you for real?
It's just $1. Just $1 or $2 just extra. It's extra work that I have to do to fix something that Nintendo was supposed to already fix.
Yeah,
they were too lazy. But if Sony were to come out with something like that, where like say PS5 comes out, and all you had to do was peel off a sticker. It's so much as peel off a sticker from the console that or apply a piece of some type of tape to it or something. The internet would go crazy, sales would dwindle, and Sony would probably like.
Yeah, there would just be complaints. Exactly. They would react because
remove Linux support on PS3?
Yeah,
the U.S. Army says no.
Exactly right. Like as if like all of a sudden them jokers have a word to say.
For real. It's like since when? Has like the U.S. Army been interested in buying PS3s or buying any video game console whatsoever? And they go ahead and start using PS3s, and well suddenly Linux isn't supported anymore. And now were they running NATO?
Exactly right.
Like, geez. Well, I guess they have to switch to Microsoft. And no one cries for the travesties, the losses. No one cries for the loss. Home, folding at home.
I know, right? Jeez.
Nobody talks about those things anymore.
Yeah, and that's part of the problem. Like, oh, nobody cares. And like, and you would think that because apparently nobody cares.
Right.
Apparently.
I still have those home pictures, man.
Me too, man. And home was great. It was great, but it's just like, you can't even explain why any of that stuff happened or didn't happen. Like, because it just doesn't make sense. Oh god, I do not. This is the one part of this game I do not like at all. I don't like doing no casino mess.
Oh, what'd you play?
No, Dragon Quest. I'm like minutes away from crossing the 60-hour mark.
Jeez. Yeah, but I don't know. Oh, did you know that there was a Cyborg 009 game for Sega Saturn?
Really?
Yes, in '93.
Dang. I guess that's back when Cyborg 009 was popular still.
Yeah, there was there's nothing I can do. There's nothing I can do to like to swallow my pride whenever I was in an online fight with some idiot about something stupid. And I just stopped. I stopped commenting online.
Yeah,
I even stopped like reading online.
Ooh, got metal mode. But I did for a long time. And then I just... as recently I kind of got back into it, and it's like, no, you moron. And they shot that down, like, and then Paolo came by and she closed that hunt. It's like, it's just like, no.
Nope.
So it's just like, oh my god.
It's just not. Let me start it up and see what it's about. Yeah, I saw that video, I saw Spider-Man, how it ran, and it looks really good and all that, but...
Yeah, I mean, but it's hard to tell, because one, we're not seeing it direct, we're seeing someone's phone cam off screen.
Yeah.
And two, it's like, I mean, like I said, it's like, yeah, I mean, we expect that the next gen is supposed to run better than the last one.
Yeah. I mean, of course, that's what we expect. I mean, I guess the upgraded feature, there's always going to be something that the consoles can use. So, something to upgrade. There's always like it's not. I can't say gimmick. I hate that dirty word, but it's more like, well, gimmick. It's like
Yeah.
snake trap.
Although, to be fair, they kind of, I guess they're telling it. To me, a gimmick is just that. Like a gimmick is like 3D. Oh, 3D. You know, the 3DS, blah blah blah. But it doesn't do anything really for the gameplay, and no one else did anything really, revolutionary with it. So it becomes just a gimmick. It's just there. But the solid state thing is there to get rid of load times, which, okay, at least we could see, that it's like, oh, okay, that there's an actual something that happens, and it's passive. It's not something you have to turn on. So it's like, okay, well, it'll just load faster. Cool. The ray tracing thing, now, you might... At first, I thought, like, yeah, what the heck, all these PC people are talking about ray tracing, but as I've been watching more and more of the Digital Foundry videos on ray tracing, it does make a very big visual difference after you start using it a lot. So I'm kind of looking forward to that. Like, light rays will never be the same. Oh god, that was bad. So it's gonna be interesting. Like the ray tracing thing is actually gonna be something that could be, I wouldn't say a game changer, but it's definitely a big boost in quality. So I'll give them that. And then, well, everything else is just upgrades.
Will there be streaming?
What kind of streaming?
Like online streaming, like gameplay stream.
I doubt that.
They're gonna get rid of that.
Online? You mean like what the Google Stadia crap?
Oh no. Like not streaming, but well, you say the word streaming now, and people just you're thinking about now playing games online. No, but like broadcasting, sharing your videos in your game and all that. I mean, I don't know if that's
I presume it would be. I don't see why that would ever go away. Because I mean, think of it this way. Google would not want to lose 10 what is currently now almost 100 million PS4s with the ability to stream on YouTube. Like if gaming goes off of YouTube, it's a big loss to YouTube. Like if the major platform holder decides to, oh well, we're actually not going to be streaming our games to YouTube, or it's only going to be streaming on Twitch.
Yeah.
Like that's
going to be a major upset to the YouTube family, because you could imagine all PS4s, or no, there's no more PS4s, no more PlayStation, no new games get streamed, no more Let's Plays. But at the same time, man, they've been misbehaving and behaving badly towards those streamers and Let's Players, because it's like, a game will have a soundtrack or something, or like a song that will flag YouTube, and then YouTube like cancels their account.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of foolishness, but because they think they're irreplaceable, right?
So it's like it's just like Nintendo, I guess. Nintendo flagged all these people's videos, brought down their channels. I'm still a faithful Nintendo fan.
Yep.
Even though they destroyed my career. God.
I got money. I hit the jackpot.
Yeah.
Making it rain over here. But yeah, it's 2,500 seats.
I would like to see them open PS4 up.
To what?
They need to open PS4 up and allow PS1 backwards compatibility, and PS2 more PS2 games on this console. And I know it might be because of the licensing.
Well, they say that it's supposed to be fully backwards compatible. It's just whether or not it's the discs that's the problem. Like, it may not be backwards compatible with a disc, but it's compatible with the digital games.
Yeah, right. Like if they opened up like the store and kept the PS1 games and just put them on PS4.
Yeah, I think they'll do that.
Because that would be fun to be able to stream them and play them.
I get you now. I get what you're saying now. Yeah, that's where that's. I think you can kind of get. I don't know. Yeah, that's where it becomes a little difficult.
Yeah.
Because now everybody wants. Oh, I want, my piece of the pie. You can't use my content. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use 30 for once. You can't use my content. Oh my god. Let's do that. Okay, let's go back to 1. It's just so silly.
Yeah, because you think the older publishers will come back and be like, hey, this is actually... Well, there's a lot of games that are missing from the PS1 store because of those issues.
Yeah.
So, I think they have Crash Bandicoot. They have... what stopped Crash Bandicoot from going on to the PlayStation Classic is licensing and stuff like that,
Yep.
And that's why the PlayStation Classic didn't have what you call it? It didn't have the adequate license to have the games that people wanted. Well, which I think is kind of stupid. I think they made a mistake by just adding the games that they did. It would have been better if they embraced emulation, and it would have been better if they would have just released the console with maybe 1 or 2 games a little cheaper, maybe at $39.99 or $29.99. With, like, let's say they wanted to put Jumping Flash and another built-in game, and then allow you to import your own ROMs.
Yeah.
And just completely leave it up to people to do that, and not even hint it, not even suggest it. Just be like, hey, PlayStation Classic, whatever, or done this and just said, well, we'll allow this device to connect via Wi-Fi and have a Wi-Fi adapter in it, which it wouldn't be too expensive. And then you'd be able to configure the Wi-Fi and download from the PlayStation Store PS1 games and buy them off the PlayStation Store.
Well, see, here's the problem with some of this stuff is we have to think back hacking. You have to think like a hacker. They're not gonna want anything that could be opened up and accessed that easily to lead back to their secure networks. So that is why they wouldn't want that to like actually connect to anything special.
True. Well, then don't do that option and just have it.
Right. Just
have it with the operating system. Have an empty shell with
with an SD card or something, or where you could just load up stuff.
Right. And then just sell it. It would have sold way more. People would have been open to the idea, and then you kind of look like you're not the bad guy anymore.
Yeah.
Some of these hackers, some of these people are thinking they're trying to stop me from playing games as it originally was intended.
It's like, but there's literally nothing stopping you from going on eBay and buying a PS1 for $5 and playing the game as originally intended.
I know.
But I don't know why people continue to forget that the original hardware is available.
It is.
It's
but sometimes it's really expensive. Especially if you're talking about a game that is rare or coveted. There are PS1 games that are selling for like $300.
Yeah.
On eBay. So you know, it's a heck. My retro video game collection got more money than my actual vehicle that I sold. That just goes to show you how much the prices of games have, like these rare older games, have gone up.
Yeah, it's crazy.
My car, I only got $1,800 for my car. I sold my game collection for $2,100. It doesn't make sense.
I know, right? But it just tells you like that's what people are willing to pay for. It's like, we all, yeah, it's like a vehicle? No, you can get those anywhere. But a retro video games? Oh yeah. Sell my kidney for that.
For real. That was ridiculous thinking about that. Man, I should have kept my PS1 games. I'm never gonna find them again, and I'm never going to buy them again. Most of those games came from, like, hunting at thrift stores and trying to find stuff for cheap, and I got stuff for really cheap. Like, I had it in my hand. I had Marvel vs. Capcom on PS1. I bought from the thrift store, brand new. Someone had just donated it and not cared, like, what it was or how much it was worth. I bought it for $5.
Dang.
That game goes for like a couple $100 online, used. I broke the seal on it for the first time, and it was just sitting there, like, looking at me.
I almost made it. Huh.
I sold it. I should have kept my PS2 games. I mean, my PS1 games. I should have just kept them aside. No, babe, I'm taking these to your mom's house. We're not. No.
Just bury it. Bury it somewhere and come back for it later.
I should have. Yeah, because I still had my PS3. Everything else could have gone. I didn't care about everything else. But that game, those games, I just felt bad. I should have kept them. Jeez. I had Iron Heist. I had Tekken in the long box, Tekken 2, Tekken 3, a sealed copy of Tekken 3. Ah, should have kept them. They're just like good games. A bunch of good games for PS1. Resident Evil Director's Cut. That was like,
dang, I know, right? I'm really.
And then I ended up buying the long box again because I'm like, I dropped $60 on it.
Wow.
That's how the price keeps, yeah, that's how the price keeps going up.
I'm telling you, you are literally affecting the Resident Evil economy single-handedly.
I have single-handedly affected the Resident Evil 1 economy in the retro game market. Buying and selling Resident Evil has become a hobby.
it's an investment. It's like you were the first cryptocurrency in video games.
Exactly.
Basically.
Look, and it has turned into, like, and it goes to show that Resident Evil 1, I bought it for $60. Right? That's the most I've ever paid for Resident Evil 1. Since, of course, not saying or not going back to the, like, when it first released. When I used to buy it, it was always $15 and change. Because I used to go on eBay, buy Resident Evil Director's Cut for 15 and change. It would come with the 2 discs, brand new sometimes, or like barely used. The price steadily kept going up, and it's because I kept selling it back. And then, oh man, I missed Director's Cut. Go on eBay. It's $20. Okay, I'll buy it. Sell it. Oh man, I missed Director's Cut.
I just see like the leader of Team Rocket just sitting in the shadows, like rubbing his hands.
He's like,
oh yes.
Yeah, I'm like, God, I missed that. Man, I remember coming home.
Damn, Lord, I missed those times.
For real. I was coming home from the meeting, Snapper Creek, one night, and I'm just like, dang, I wish I could just, because I remember it was Tuesday night, and I didn't have to work the next day, and I'm like, man, this is a good night to like just play some Resident Evil. Ah, man, I traded it in. Crap. And I'm like, so I went home. I'm like, let me make sure I didn't trade it in. And I went. Of course, it's not in my PS1 collection. I'm like, man. And that time, I remember I bought myself a PS1, and I spray painted it red.
Oh my!
Like, delicious looking.
One night, I didn't want to go down to the kitchen, and it was just like, well.
Well, yeah, I spray painted it red, and I gave it. I don't know if you ever saw it. But I gave it a.
How did you not?
Finish.
How did you not like damage the lens, the disc reading lens?
Oh no, because like when you take it, you take all the plastic apart.
Oh, okay, you construct. You okay? Good. Okay, you can.
Yeah. No, that's stupid. No, I wouldn't spray it into the lens.
Yeah, I'm like that. That's got like bad idea written all over it. In red.
No. Took the plastic out. Took the plastic off. I painted section by section. It took me like almost 3 days. So I had to let the paint dry. And then one of those days it started raining, so I couldn't finish the project. And then I spray painted it red. It was like cherry red. And I put a coat of gloss over it. And I was thinking of getting some car paint to try to see if I can make like a nice finish, but I just decided not to. I just got the gloss, but it still looked pretty good. But those were the days, man, when I was like hitting PS1 like it was out of style. I was playing it all the time, and the Dreamcast was out. I think the PS Dreamcast? I don't know. Yeah, Dreamcast and PS2 were out, but I was still, they were out already, and it was like already PS3 was on the horizon and coming out, and I was still playing my PS1, and God, and I remember coming home and like, damn, right, yeah, okay, yeah, I traded it in. And I'm like, well, I guess I'll wake up early and I'll go to EB Games and see, or EB Games, or I'll try, whatever game store to see if they have a copy. Sure enough, they had one, and it was like $30. I'm like, $30. That's not bad. Okay, so I dropped $30, and then after that, I sold it again.
Oh God.
God.
The cycle, the unbreakable cycle.
I know.
The Bruce Willis cycle.
But no, it's gonna end. It's gonna stop. I'm not doing that anymore. I'm sticking to emulation because I'm not gonna mess around with that.
Well, here's something else we gotta discuss. So Sony's made their own studio, movies, TV, whatever studio now.
What?
Did you not hear that? Did I not say? I'm pretty sure I said that tweet in the group. They opened up PlayStation Productions, and they're gonna make all of their any PlayStation branded stuff or anything that uses PlayStation characters for TV, movies, or anything like that is gonna be done through them, and it's through Sean Layden. It's heading up through Sean Layden, and I forget how to pronounce this guy's name, but Ashik, but he's been around the PlayStation doing in their marketing group for like 10 maybe 12 years or so, and they are like the ones running it, so like they will have complete creative control. They choose who's the director, who is cast, who's the writer, everything, and so basically they apparently have like spoken with Kevin Feige and some other people like that to figure out how to do this. So no longer are we gonna have to be like relying on Uwe Boll to do video game movies. And apparently the rumor is that they already have a Twisted Metal series in production. And of course, everybody's tweeting at him what to do. A lot of people like, do a Horizon. No. So I'm tweeting, do the Order 1886. Do a TV series.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, so
time to make the money back.
For real, time to make, exactly. Like they own the IP, and it's like it's got so much potential in terms of what it could be. They just have to actually do something with it. And someone else tweeted at them, says like, hey, is this? It sounds like this is going to be live action. Is it going to be? Is there any chance of like traditional animation or anything? And the second in command guy replied back and he said it's not live action only. So that means they could do CG animation. They could do proper traditional animation. So like there could be a Gravity Rush series that's an anime.
That'd be awesome.
That would be great.
That would be great.
It would just be awesome. Like,
or you could imagine like it being like kind of like 3D anime.
Yeah, like almost like a cell shading sort of thing.
Yes. Oh my god, that would be awesome. That or you could imagine like even a Horizon Zero Dawn anime.
Yeah, now that's a good idea because a lot of people are talking about doing Horizon Zero Dawn, and my first like rebuttal to that was it'll be way too expensive with all the CGI. But if they do it animated,
yes, like pure 3D animated,
that's possible.
Like
and of course,
like Appleseed.
And of course, what you gotta remember is Sony was the studio who just did Into the Spider-Verse. Have you seen that movie yet?
Yes.
Right, you have, right. And that was like, that was good, but like, even the animation style in that.
Yeah, but it was a hit.
Yeah.
And they noticed. Like,
exactly.
This movie did better than...
It won an Oscar!
Yes.
And so I think Sony as a problem is like, wait a minute, we've got like a gold mine of PlayStation products sitting here waiting to be turned into stuff like this. But the problem they see is that every time somebody tries to do a movie adaptation, it sucks. So they're like, yo, well, why don't we just have creative control over it? As opposed to letting some random studio decide that this one guy who's got like one TV credit or one music video on his resume is good enough to direct this video game movie. So I hope it really works out because it could be excellent.
Right. You can imagine like a Uncharted anime.
I want Uncharted to be live action, like that live action thing they did with Nathan Fillion, that episode that turned out to be really good. But a lot of people are campaigning for Oscar Isaacs to be Nathan Drake.
Oh yeah.
Poe Dameron, because he like in the trailer and the pictures for episode 9, he's dressed like Nathan Drake basically, and he does kind of look like him. It's like, yeah, I could kind of see that.
Or like a PlayStation All-Stars anime?
That would be... if they did an anime... Now, imagine if they do Bloodborne in an animated style like the Castlevania anime.
Oh my god. Yeah, that would be great.
That would be crazy.
That would be great. And then explain a little bit more of the lore.
Exactly. They could go into and explain everything, and oh man.
Why people are stuck in the dream.
It would be there's so much potential there. I just don't know if the anime houses have the time to do that because these jokers pumping out seasonal anime left and right. But
they have a powerhouse to compete against because they have so many great. Like you can imagine picture this like a PlayStation All Stars anime where it's kind of like it's kind of like in a way like Pokemon, but it's like about. It would be a kids' TV anime, but it would have surrounding PlayStation characters and
they should do that with. Well, of course, my first instinct is Sly Cooper, but like you say, they could do that with like the generational sections. You know, they could do the Sly Cooper with Ratchet and Clank with Jack and Daxter, you know, and those are like the Gen 2s, and then they come up against, like they did in PlayStation All Stars, they come up against the the other versions of those characters. You know, they come up against the Cole McGrath and the Nathan Drake and the Spider-Man maybe from the next one. You know, they could do that in an animated form and it would be just fine.
A real Grady Killzone movie.
Ooh, yeah. Because Killzone is a ripe setting for all kinds of stuff. Like or they could do what else PlayStation got? They could do. Oh, this would be too much. This would be too much. But imagine a 3-part mini-series on Shadow of the Colossus.
Oh, that'd be great.
That would be crazy. Like, just... Like, it would have to be short because of the amount of CGI they'd have to use. But, like, you can imagine, like...
Yeah.
It would be... Here's the real question, though. Where's this stuff gonna premiere? Where are they gonna show this stuff? On PS View? Yeah, now, if they did that, that would be so amazing. Oh, by the way, rumor has it. I'm not sure if it's true or not. But rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it. Rumor has it that at E3 there will be an announcement of the release date of the first part of Final Fantasy VII Remake.
Oh yeah.
And stealth that launch? Well, not stealth launch, but it'll be like next. It's probably gonna be 2020 sometime. But that PlayStation, there's again rumors that there will be a demo available to PlayStation Plus users at basically launching that will be stealth launch at E3. So I don't know how true that is, but if that's the case, I would not mind buying PlayStation Plus for that month. It's like, oh, I mean, E3 is only like a few weeks away, which is crazy. It's just that we don't care because there's no Sony, but yeah, if there's a demo of Final Fantasy VII, yeah, yes please. But the rumor also is that the game is cut into 2 as opposed to being instead of 3 discs like it was before, and that the first part of the game goes all the way up to Aerith's death.
Well, it already tells us the whole game how it is, and it plays out already. It's like...
Well, I mean, it's not like we've never played it, is it?
No, it's not. But at the same time, it's like, it's leaves some mystery.
Well, but they can't leave too much mystery if you splitting it up into 2 parts. You better tell people what's in the first part so they know what they're buying. Because apparently it's supposed to be, both parts will be $60. So it'll be $120 for the whole thing.
I could see them making a whole, like a set with both games for like $100.
Eventually, probably.
Or what about a special edition? What special edition goodies are?
I know, right? So who knows?
Will they have a physical special edition?
I don't know. Well, they haven't. This might be stuff that we might find out at E3.
Like, I don't want nothing. I don't want like a statue or nothing like that. How many cloud statues that we get?
Exactly, like yeah.
Right?
We've got like, a lot of those. It would have to be
material balls or something.
Yeah, which would be super cheap, but would be very effective. Yeah, like I would like to have, you know, some yellow materia sitting around. No problem there.
They come in their own box that has LEDs at the bottom and lights up when you open.
I'd pay for that.
Yeah, something like that.
You know, I've been sitting here gambling this whole time. Basically on a pachinko machine.
Oh, you're gambling.
Oh, you're gambling, huh? Oh,
yeah, but I would say that I think the best thing to talk about, forget Final Fantasy VII, is that whole that whole idea of putting these Sony IPs into series and stuff, man. That thing is.
That's like the best.
Like Parappa the Rapper.
Yeah. We could get everybody back. We could get everything back. All the stuff that everybody coming back, y'all. It's like y'all thought that it was over, but they pulled you back in. It's like
a funny Parappa the Rapper anime would be like hilarious.
Yeah, so as you just start to think, like all the stuff that they could do. Like with, man, it's like, yeah, Crash Bandicoot, well, I don't know if, I think that's, well, Activision really owns it, so they probably can't do that. But, imagine, well, no, that's Universal, someone else owns that too. But, imagine if they were somehow, I mean, there's no main character to that, but imagine if they were to bring back MotorStorm.
Oh, yeah.
Because that poor game maybe this will be the only way we ever get to see Deep Down. Like,
or like a God of War movie.
Yeah, I think they could, like a proper movie, like in the original days. That would be that I would enjoy that. Like, but they wouldn't want to touch current God of War because obviously there's a sequel, and so they're gonna save any story points for that. But you could just imagine, like, all the stuff that they could do. All these IPs. Stuff just sitting around, they're like, oh yeah, that game didn't do so great, well we can turn it into a movie. Or turn it into a TV series. It's like...
The Gravity Rush thing would have to...
Yeah, Gravity Rush is excellent.
It died.
Yeah, well, if they're already starting on Twisted Metal, though, but according to the rumor, that's not. I don't think that's an official announcement.
Is it going to be a Twisted Metal TV series or a Twisted Metal movie?
Series. So I don't know if they'll do it like an anthology. I don't know if they'll do it like an anthology, where it's just about certain villains, or it's about Calypso, and so I don't know, but.
Live action, or was it going to be anime?
They haven't said, but I would presume live action, because remember the kind of clips that they did in the Twisted Metal PS3, where there was all the cutscenes were live action.
Yeah.
So they might do it that way. I just presume that they would. I just presume that they would do it that way. But yeah, I think that would just be. I think a lot of things lend themselves to live action, but like you said, like the Horizon Zero Dawn animated thing would be right up there. I think that would be excellent. I mean, we forget that Final Fantasy has been kind of doing this with their CG movies, and then they even had the Brotherhood anime episodes. So like it kind of proved that you could do that with these IP and it won't be bad as long as you know what story you're telling. But I really would love to see Sly Cooper, because they did some Sly Cooper animated stuff for when Thieves in Time was coming out as like a pre thing to it. And it was great, and everyone's like, why aren't we getting this? So
I'm sure some people who are now working on it were like, why didn't they?
Yeah, obviously, yeah.
Why didn't this click?
Well, but to be fair, back then nobody was into watching TV as much. But it's become, thanks to some of these streaming services and stuff like Stranger Things, it's okay to do a 10-episode run now. Before it wasn't. It's like if you're on TV, you got to be doing 22 episodes or something like that, But but it's okay now to do smaller, concentrated TV stuff. So imagine. But it probably wouldn't work out that way. But I'm trying to think of what would really work in that manner. Imagine like if they brought back, like you said, either the Killzone franchise, or maybe even like the Resistance franchise, and they did like their version of Game of Thrones like that. Like, people would eat that up. I wouldn't, but people would eat that up. Like, or maybe Ark the Lad or some kind of mess. Like,
from what I heard from a coworker, that she was really mad at the end of Game.
Oh yeah.
I don't even know what happened. Do you know what happened?
I do, because everyone kept blabbering on about it, so I just went and watched the review.
What happened?
They killed Emilia Clarke's character. She like,
I don't even know.
the blonde girl. She who can fly on dragons. So like, she had won basically, and she was going to go sit on the Iron Throne. And this guy who had been helping her, and she'd been helping, and they're supposedly in love, he kisses her, and as he's kissing her, he stabs her in the stomach and kills her.
So no one sits on the line.
They decided that this is the joke. They decided that this kid, who is like, who's in a wheelchair and who like keeps seeing all these weird visions and has literally done nothing for apparently 4 seasons, should be king. As opposed to, like, all the actual people who know what they're doing. It's hilarious. It seems to me like a really bad ending. And I've never watched an episode of this thing in my life.
Yeah,
But
I heard,
yeah.
asking for a review.
Yep. Well, there's petitions out to redo this entire season because it's apparently seems like it was rushed because the directors of this series are supposed to be directing the next Star Wars movies, and like they want to get started. So they're like, "Yo, cut this mess out."
Just make the handicap kid the king.
Basically, it's ridiculous. But I've watched 2 reviews on just to find out what the heck was going on, and yeah, a lot of people are not happy with how a lot of things went. Some of them are, but basically a lot of people die. A lot of people die, and some nonsense happens, even by their standards.
Well, that's a way to show that they want to wrap things up real quick. You killed a bunch of people. Yeah.
And they didn't even do like as many episodes as they have in previous seasons, so it's like a shorter season. And
Star Wars.
Yep, they're like, we want to get out of this mess. Hopefully they're doing Old Republic.
You're stuck for many years in the same season.
This is the 8th. This is the 8th season. They've been doing this for like 10 years.
Wow.
So yeah, I can understand that. Yeah, they're ready to be done with it, but not a good reason to like have a crappy ending though.
No, should end it in a way where everybody's satisfied.
Yeah, maybe Ryan Johnson helped them with the script. I wouldn't doubt that.
They better not be going anywhere near Star Wars.
I know, with that Joker giving anybody advice. He don't need to be nowhere near Star Wars. Not even the memorabilia. Like, don't even let him in the toy store into the Star Wars section.
He's gonna need to get like a synonym.
Yeah.
In order to get
an alias.
Yeah. Not Ryan Johnson.
Yeah, that's his name. The artist formerly known as Ryan Johnson.
They can make a movie out of that thing.
Yup. It's just so horrible. It's like, when you got Mark Hamill telling you, I fundamentally disagree with your take on this character, and I don't think that we should do this, with a character that he played for 3 movies.
Yeah, he knows.
You really gotta question, like, did I do the right thing here?
But I guess it just shows that it's just like someone's giving power and authority, and the studio backs him.
Yeah, that was the other thing. The studio was backing him.
Yep. And he has like all power and authority. He trumps everybody else's card. Even George Lucas's.
Yeah, they kicked George Lucas out of his own franchise. Get out. Time for another video game analogy. Like, kicked out of your own joint. He's like, I built this place.
Bye. You're out, Frank.
You're a cold-hearted bastard. I'm glad you're dead. I need to rewatch Batman 1989.
For real. And the members of the board kicked him out like Bruce Wayne.
For real.
You're out late tonight.
Yeah. Why? Where's Batman? He's at home, washing his tights.
Washing his tights.
So Twilight Boy is back.
What? He's who?
You saw that?
He's gonna be Batman?
Yeah. Yeah, Robert Pattinson, Edward, whoever he was from the Twilight movie.
The vampire.
Yeah, the vampire dude. Sparkly vampire. He's gonna be Brat.
I thought maybe the werewolf guy. But like him.
Nah. He does not have a Batman nose.
No, he has like a Robin nose.
He could have got away with Robin. But yeah, he ain't gonna be Batman. But yeah, so that dude's gonna be Batman. Apparently it's gonna be a younger Batman. But
let's just make Jared Leto Batman. How about that?
I wouldn't be surprised if that pitch was made. Like someone like, why don't we have Jared Leto? Like, shut up! Like, why don't we have Jared Leto do anything? No!
So what, did you see that in Joker, the trailer? That little kid that the Joker sticks his fingers in?
Yeah, apparently it might be Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
It might be, but that's not really confirmed, but everybody's kind of pretty sure. Because apparently Thomas Wayne is supposed to play a role, because they cast him as like a known actor, so he's gonna have a part. So yeah, they may be setting up that, but that Joker movie's not really supposed to be canon. But you never know.
Yeah, they always say that in the beginning, and then when the movie like makes box office record.
Like, oh yeah, by the way, it's yeah. So I don't know. I mean, setting up an older Joker with a, I still think that that Jared Leto Joker is not the original Joker.
No, I always thought that the way I saw it was that the Jared Leto Joker was like Robin fallen.
Yeah, it's Jason Todd, like a screwed up Jason Todd, or it's somebody else. It's just not canon Joker, because even if he apparently did kill a Robin, which we should know. Okay, well everything tells us that must have been Jason Todd. But we also know that in Batman Beyond, Jason Todd turned into the Joker for a little bit, because of some chip or something that he had planted in him back in the day. So it's like, I wouldn't be surprised if this guy was Jason Todd.
That's how I would see it, and that's how, because I like when it pans to the Robin suit, and you see the spray paint on the Robin suit. I would imagine that there was a point where Jason Todd was doing that to his own clothes. Right,
and it's like, joke's on you, Batman. I'm the bad guy now. Something like that.
Yeah, and then Batman was just able to take the suit back, and take it off of him.
Well, he sent it back. He probably lost his mind. Right. And just turned into the Joker. and he's like, "Yeah, I'm not him anymore. That name no longer has any meaning for me." You know, it's like, yeah, it's like you.
But dark-clad Iron Man.
I know, right? So I just
far, far away.
in my mind, he's not the real Joker anyway.
Right.
But apparently, Wonder Woman 1984 is going to fix a lot of stuff. They're basically giving her Flashpoint.
What?
Yeah, because they want to do the whole universal reboot to recast these characters like Batman and Superman. But this Flash movie keeps getting delayed because one of the reasons because Ezra Miller's in the Fantastic Beasts series, and all his filming is just getting in the way. So, and the Flash movie kept getting delayed because they were going to do Flashpoint. That was the name of the movie. The Flash movie is Flashpoint. So that they were going to use Flashpoint to fix the timeline and stuff. But since that's not happening, they're like, "Hey, we're gonna redo Wonder Woman 1984, put some time travel stuff in it, and we're gonna change the timeline that way." So she's gonna get basically the effective plot devices of Flashpoint. Which is like, alright, cool. If that's how you want to do it.
So she'll have the power to, like, go...
It seems like there's one of those gods or something that's gonna, like, turn back time or something, or let her go back in time and do some stuff. And it's gonna kind of mess with stuff in a way she wasn't expecting. That's what we think. Could be wrong, though. But that's what the reliable source rumors say. All the sources.
Can you go back and recast Lex Luthor?
Well, hopefully. That's the whole idea, that all of these people gonna get recast. Except for the successful ones.
Right.
You know,
can you bring back the real Superman? Like, can you make Christopher Reeve not fall off the horse?
dang. It's like we can't retcon Destiny, my friend. It's like, dang. Hardcore.
That is.
Like it's like Christopher Reeve looks back as on the video of him falling off the horse, and it's like, and that is destiny fulfilled. Yeah, that was a Thanos quote, but
yeah,
it's one of the few times I'll quote Marvel movies. I don't quote them because they don't have that many quotes. It's usually like quips and like little jokes, but very rarely do they have like really usable quotes. But they had, when you have a 3-hour movie, I guess you gotta put some good dialogue in there, right? Okay, missed out on that one. But yeah, it's like, it's gonna be crazy in Gotham, literally, with this vampire Batman. It would be cool if they did the man. I mean, not real vampire Batman. I mean that he was in Twilight. Yeah.
It'd be cool if they just did
Batman Bat. Oh, they need to do Batman Beyond, like seriously. But I'm presume that they're saving that. Because the thing is that a lot of people know about Batman Beyond, but not that many people. But you would think that they would plan that. So I don't know what they're gonna do, because they have two choices: either bring back Christian Bale as Bruce Wayne, or and just age him up, or you use Michael Keaton.
Yeah, because
he was the original Batman. Yeah.
Yeah.
But the thing is, not many people know about Terry McGinnis, so like as a character. But if it was me, I would be working on that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because Batman Begins, I mean, Batman Beyond has some pretty good villains, like Ink, and I forget that guy. His last name is Powers. And then the Royal Flush Gang. They have some pretty good villains.
They do.
Yeah. Hold on a second, I'll be right back. Yeah. But you know something I was just thinking about?
What?
As I was on the toilet, it was like, I was like, wait a minute. There's a Monster Hunter movie coming out.
Oh yeah.
It's like, and it can't possibly be good. So I'm like, oh my, that's not good at all. And then poor Mila Jovovich, she's like, dang, they ended my Resident Evil series. I had to go work somewhere. But
she's in it?
yeah.
That's right. God, I forgot.
And it just does not look promising.
How could I forget? She's just
Dang.
like, she is the Uwe Boll of actors.
She is. She's like, I'm trying to make all these games happen.
I know, she is ruining. She's ruining games. It's like when she about these kind of things. When Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil came out, the first movie, when I went to see it with my friends. I think it was back in '98 or '99 or somewhere around there.
Damn.
No, it was in 2000. That's when it released. Because I remember they had built that brand new movie theater next to the Turnpike. Remember on 88th Street in Kendall?
Oh yeah, okay.
And that's where we went to see it. Yeah. And I remember sitting with my friends and I was like, man, it's gonna be great.
This is gonna be great. Yeah.
I mean,
it's like, and those words like echoed in your head as you went to see The Last Jedi. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. You saw my reaction video.
I did.
just like, no! As I walked in the Valley of the Shadow of Death, as I walked out of the movie, I looked at the sign that said Star Wars The Last Jedi, and I looked at Jillian and I said, is this no, we must have walked into the wrong movie. This is a Star Wars movie? And I remember there were two people sitting on the bench and they looked at me funny like, what's wrong with that? No, what's wrong with you? They're liking that book.
For real, like, so yeah, I watched the wrong movie.
But yeah, for Resident Evil, like, man, it was great. I can't wait. I wanted to see the Spencer Mansion, and it was at the time where, like, I still thought, I still held hope that the trailer didn't show everything. And it actually did. Like, it showed all the good parts.
It's like, that's how we secured the funding.
Exactly. I kind of wish, like, they opened the door to the Hive, and it was like the recreation of the Spencer Mansion. And
well, see, back then they didn't even know about nostalgia. You know, like because I guess it wasn't nostalgia because the first Resident Evil was only a few years old.
Right. Yeah, it came out in 95, 96.
Yeah, so like it would be like if they made a Bloodborne movie this year. You know, it's like, it's only been like 4 years since it came out, like no one's nostalgic for Bloodborne yet. But by contrast, you see like in Ready Player One, when they had with the Shining scene, it's just like, my god, you know, it's like, we're going back. You know, like,
yeah.
That had a big impact because of, you know, nostalgia for a movie from, when did The Shining come out? In the 80s? Or was it in the 70s?
Yeah. 70s, I think.
So yeah, the nostalgia was there for that stuff, so. When did that mess come out? Let me find out. Ooh, more metal mode. Oh yeah, full metal.
Yeah, I think it was like in like 1974 or something like that. So Jack Nicholson was super young.
1980. 1980.
Oh, really?
Yeah, 1980 is what it says.
Oh, well, it must have, production must have...
Production would have been before that, yeah. But yeah, it's... Yeah, the initial release was May 1980, so yeah, it was in production in 79.
Yeah.
So The Shining came out the same year as Empire Strikes Back, huh?
Wouldn't you have liked to have been born during that time? Like, or lived during that time as a teenager?
Not really. Because I would not have seen The Shining, first of all, but... So it's... The Empire Strikes Back came out... Woo! So they felt... Damn, they must have... The Shining must have felt like... The Shining must have felt like, screw you, because... Star Wars, in the initial release of Empire Strikes Back was May 17, 1980. The initial release of The Shining was May 23rd, 1980. So, like, who was talking about The Shining? Like, obviously, everyone was watching Empire Strikes Back for a week.
Exactly, but The Empire Strikes Back had was a sequel to a movie that came out 6 years later.
3.
Wasn't it 1974?
1977.
Oh, 1977, that's right.
Yeah, it was only 3 years.
3 years.
But I mean, but also to be fair, The Shining was a Stephen King novel. Of course, you know, like Stephen King didn't hold the same weight that he does now back then, but still, you know, it's like that's a great movie. So it's like literally any movie coming out around the time that Endgame came out. It's like no one knows that you came out because of the big loud noise of that other movie.
Right. And it was loud. It was a big loud sound that came from that movie.
Yeah. So and it's like, well, Empire Strikes Back is like, really? That's rough competition. But yeah, The Shining is still a classic.
Yeah, it's like if they remade Sleepless in Seattle, and then that same year, that's like 2 or 3 months later, Endgame came out. It's like,
I
what?
know, right? It's like no one cares.
And The Wedding Singer 2, and it's like,
Like, damn, I haven't seen Sleepless in Seattle in like probably like 15 years.
Isn't that movie that came out? You Got Mail.
Oh my god. You got mail. Oh man.
Was it Tom Hanks? No.
Nah, but it might have been Meg Ryan.
Meg Ryan. She was
Yeah, she's always in that kind of stuff, right?
It was like Billy Crystal or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was Billy Crystal. I'm checking it.
Billy Crystal.
You've Got Mail. Oh damn, we're half right. Meg Ryan is in it, but also Tom Hanks.
Tom Hanks, right?
Yeah, no Billy Crystal though. But
it was promoting America Online. Everybody
basically, yeah. So wait, that was 1998. So when did Sleepless in Seattle come out?
A Time Warner company. Never to forget. Ted Turner's Big Pockets.
So oh wow, Sleepless in Seattle came out in '93. So You Got Mail was 5 years later. It's like the sequel.
Well, wasn't Tom Hanks in that?
Yeah, it was Sleepless in Seattle was Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And then so was You've Got Mail was also Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. It was their little renaissance. That was back in the time when people went to see movies based off of the actor and not the actual story. You know, oh, let's go see a Tom Hanks movie. Let's go see the new Julia Roberts movie. You know, like, yeah, what's it about? I don't know, but it's got Julia Roberts.
Right, the new
Denzel.
John Hughes flick.
Man, I would have been interesting to have been a teenager during the John Hughes era.
Yeah. Instead, we grew up with Can't Hardly Wait.
For real.
Stupid movies like that.
And Clueless.
God. And The Crush.
Oh god.
Which The Crush was good. But
rom-coms don't exist anymore, man.
Rom-com. Oh my god. But it's like, they're like, oh yeah, hey, let's go see a Billy Crystal movie.
Oh.
That's the stupidity. Yeah, Tom Hanks' new flick. Come on, let's go. Something called something big. I don't know.
Big, yeah. Saving Private Ryan. People were not ready for that one.
No. I think that's like when stuff started to turn.
Yeah.
Like movies started to change during that time, like after the release of that film. It was just like, because before that, what released? Like what, Independence Day? And movies like the summer blockbusters. I remember those times.
Jurassic Park.
Like, Jurassic Park started it all, and then it was like, you know, Woody Harrelson and like, you know, Danny Glover and whatever. It was like
the most prolific actor, but
Danny Glover.
I imagine there should have been like a Die Hard in the late '90s, right?
Yeah, there was a Die Hard. I actually went to see it in the theaters when I was a kid. There was Die Hard with a Vengeance.
Oh, 2? Really?
The 3.
Oh, 3. Okay.
3. Yeah, so there was Die Hard and then Die Hard 2, which everybody wanted to forget.
Oh.
And then it was Die Hard with a Vengeance.
And there was Speed.
Speed, yep. Johnny Mnemonic.
Oh, yeah.
But have you seen the John Wick movies?
I have not. Because I'm a dog lover. I'm not watching nothing where nothing bad happens and no puppies.
So, like the last movie I saw with a dog in it was I Am Legend. And I'm like, never again, never again. If there's a dog in the trailer, I'm not watching it. Nope.
Marley and Me.
Nope, I never watched it. Everyone's like, "Oh, are you gonna see it?" I'm like, "Nope, never seen it."
I bought the Blu-ray for Jillian.
You're a bastard.
She started crying. She was crying at the end.
Yeah, I'm nope, no thanks, no thanks. I have enough. I have enough issues in life. I'm not going to have my entertainment filled with dead dogs. Nope. It was like, so one of the reasons why I didn't play Call of Duty, because you know the biggest thing in Call of Duty is a dog.
Is the dog, yeah. Well, I don't think he gets shot and killed, but I think
I don't think so.
He gets wounded.
Yeah, you just don't hurt animals. Like it was bad. Like as I think about it, I remember like the scene in Halloween where Michael Myers kills a German Shepherd.
Oh yeah.
And then the other dog that he ate, is like,
oh god.
Well, he got hungry.
Like, man, I don't even want to play Mega Man with Mega Man and his dog.
For real.
I don't even want to play that. Jeez. Oh, but remember that PS3 game, Alone? Oh god.
Alone.
Yeah, Alone.
PS3.
No, it wasn't Alone. It was like, remember there was the Eskimo kid with his dog?
Oh, that was on PS4.
It was on PS4 too, but I think it originally came out on PS3.
Really?
And I was like, hey, I think I want to buy it, and you were like, yeah, pass.
yeah. That's how I remember. I was like, you don't want to play that game.
It looked like, well, then you're not gonna want to play The Last Guardian because.
Did I not stop playing The Last Guardian like 4 hours in?
Yeah. Trico, something looks like it's gonna end up happening to him according to the statue that I got.
Well, I haven't played it. I stopped.
It looks like he has some wounds, some open wounds.
I stopped playing it, and so I'm still consistent.
Damn. It don't look like he's getting any type of shape. Walking around, it looks like he's in his final resting place.
Damn.
Remember that Papa and Yo game?
Oh yeah, Papa and Yo. Yeah, that game ran on Unreal Engine 3, and it was atrocious.
It was so hyped up there. I was like, oh my god, Papa and Yo. We were talking about it on
podcast. I remember. And when we played it, I was like, this is this is bad.
It was bad. The demo came out, and it was like, oh god.
And what's funny about that is that the better game is The Unfinished Swan.
Yeah.
The Unfinished Swan is a far better game technically and narratively. Because it's all about, this poor boy, it's only him and his mom, because his father, like, disappeared on him, and then his mom dies. And then he goes into one of her paintings, a painting that she didn't finish, and it goes in from there, and you would think, because, like, when I first saw it, I figured, like, the whole game was, like, kind of like a puzzle game or something, and, with the black and the white, and you're using the ink and stuff. And that's only the first level. After that, it changes completely, and I'm like, this is an amazing game. I felt genuinely sorry that I didn't play it on PS3. Because it's really good. I would recommend it. I mean, it was free on Plus for however long, but if you haven't played it, I would actually recommend it. It's quite good.
Yeah, I have it. I think the time it was free on Plus, I was able to grab it. I have it in my library.
But that is like a way better game than Papa and Yo.
Yeah. Oh my god, the game is gonna look so awesome. It's gonna be great. It's like, these are the experiences that only PlayStation brings, and a little bit we know is like,
Yeah, it was in that case. In that case, it was because no one else would take it.
Exactly.
But you know, for every Papo and Yo, we get Flower and Journey, so it is what it is.
Journey. That thing got me, man.
No, yeah, that game got you. That game got freaking everyone. If you had blood and a heart pumping, Journey got you.
It was like, oh man, this is fun. This is fun. Going all the way up. All right, we gotta make it to the mountain. Little did we know that we were dying.
It's like, damn.
It got me so bad, I made a music video about it.
For real. I had to write a song about this.
I felt like one of those kids who watched Lord Slug movie.
Damn.
And made like a video using 3 Doors Down.
Oh yeah. Oh god, those FMVs were. Oh god.
Remember when YouTube was fresh?
That's what YouTube was. It was that and Naruto FMVs with Nickelback.
Oh god, I spoke to this, speaking about people who make stuff like that, I spoke to this guy on the phone. He was called in to get like an appliance recycled and stuff, and he was from Indiana, and he did not want to share, he didn't want to share his email, because then we need to capture email so that we can send, you know, offers, and then we can also send tracking data for the pickup. So he's like, oh, do I really need to give an email? Like, yeah. I mean, it isn't a requirement, but you know, you'll be able to track the order, and you'll get all the information, so you won't be out of the loop. He's like, okay, fine. Zeus Gamer Kid at whatever yahoo.com. Zeus Gamer Kid.
Yeah.
And I'm like, God.
Who am I to judge?
I know, right? I remember my email when I went to Snapper Creek. I had an email. Well, when I started coming to Snapper Creek, and after I got baptized, and I would go regularly, I had an email. It was Zelda Link something, and I'm like, I remember one of the brothers was like, hey, I need your email, I need your phone number and all that, because we're getting all that information in case of an emergency, in case of a hurricane or something. And I didn't give him the email. I was like, well, I'll have to. I'm about to create another email. So
you did the Olivia Munn. It's like, oh, it's not set up yet.
Yes. So I went on to Lycos when Lycos searching.
Man, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was the thing.
Hey, Lycos, go get it. Remember that?
Dang, yep.
The black dog?
Yep.
The black lab? And so it was like, yeah. So I went home and I made like a George Herrera, and when I looked to search George Herrera, there already had been taken.
1 million, yeah.
Yeah, so mine was like George Herrera 83549-7, you know, like at lycos.com. Oh god. But yeah, that was it. That was those search engines. And I hear people, like, some people still have those. There's this guy who called in, he had a Juno email.
Oh, wow.
Like, they still have those. A lot of people
still
have AOL.
I think they just got bought over by some people.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, the servers and stuff exist, because I still have 1 or 2 Hotmails that still exist. And it's just like, they just exist. It's like, it still works. Oh, and I have an MSN. I have an MSN that email that still works.
Right. Yeah. I just made I had to make an AT&T email for the internet. So I have like 5 now.
Dang. Alright, so what I'm gonna do, because I'm in this part, can I zoom over to Port of Allure? check their thing there. But yeah, it's like, it's crazy because I think that just like they, instead of canceling them, they just whoever owned those servers or owned those IPs or those whatevers just got bought over by somebody else, and they just decided to keep them going. Because like I've seen some people out there still with live.com emails. Yep. It's like, wow. Remember Microsoft Live was a thing? Like,
oh my god. I remember that crap.
They use that a lot in Japan, some of them. It's like, what madness is it? All these old things that loading. These old things that used to exist. When the Jiggas used to use...
Yeah, now...
What do you mean you're not open at the moment? Staff are busy polishing all the tokens, you see. We do it once a year. Come back when we're finished. What the heck? So I can't go there. That's ridiculous. Where is Octagonia?
Mail.com. What one did I hear the other day? Oh, I heard ProdigyNet.
Good God, I never even heard of that one.
Yeah, Prodigy. No, Prodigy was the first internet service that we had. I had it on my mom's old IBM.
Dang.
And I would play online. The truth comes out. Like, I'm a hardcore gamer all the way through. Is that I would play Keith Courage, which was no, not Keith Courage. That was for Keith Courage was for the NEC TurboGrafx. Now I would play Commander Keen. I don't know if you've heard about him.
I've heard the name. Yeah.
Commander Keen. Yeah, I would play those games on that old computer that my mom had, and then I started playing what was it, Air-Based Defense or something like that. And that would be like my go-to game. Then of course I started down the dark path of emulation.
Of course. There you go. It's like
And that's it. And they're like, as soon as I put Mortal Kombat on my PC,
man,
the first arcade, that was it. Led me down. When I found MAME, I was like, wow, this is awesome. I can play Mortal Kombat on my PC, and it's like perfect. And I'd go to the arcades, and it'd be there. I'm like, well, I really don't need to spend money on it because I can play it at home. My friend's like, hey, you don't got it at home. I'm like, yeah. So we went to my house and I had it, and he's like, oh my god, how'd you put it on your computer, you idiot?
Dang.
I was like, well, I found it. Found it online. I had to Napster it. It took like 3 days to download it on a 28.8K.
Oh god. Wow, the good old days. I remember when it used to take like 30 minutes to download a song off of LimeWire.
Oh yeah. I found them. I don't know if I told you, but I found all my stuff. I actually had burned CDs, and actually I have a storage device that has everything, and I found them. So
hey.
Yeah, all my stuff is saved. All my LimeWire downloads, like everything, and all my Napster downloads too are saved. So if you want to play, you want a playlist that brings you back.
Everything from it's crazy.
I literally have not stopped downloading since I was maybe 16.
It's like most kilobytes downloaded
I know. Weigh me in.
Dang.
You can weigh me in. I must have downloaded.
Ooh, we don't get many of your kind here. Well, don't worry.
No way to
we'll
tell
look after
what's
you
after a terabyte,
if you'll just follow me.
Teraflop?
No, petabyte, actually.
A petabyte.
Yeah.
What's after a petabyte?
Like Microsoft servers is like it's just like unlimited Project Natal is what's after the best thing ever. Oh my!
I try to future-proof myself. I have 1, 2, 3, 4.
More lambs to the slaughter, eh?
I have like 10 hard drives, and that's not including the.
Can it really be?
The portable hard drives and USB flash sticks.
Why is she evil?
Princess?
Why is she evil?
Hendrik, what's a man as dull as you doing in a place as lively?
But yeah, it's like, whew, back when they couldn't stop nothing on the internet.
Even fine,
like the internet was the Wild West back then. You could do anything.
Well, are you ready to play?
But you...
There were no rules.
What's the matter, Henny Wenny? Cat got your tongue? Is the king's little lapdog scared of a bit of fun?
Why is she talking like that?
I've been pining for a puppy as it happens. Maybe I'll choose you. If you sit up and beg like a good boy.
Jade, listen to yourself, lassie. What's happened to you? Stop all this nonsense and come with us, will you? In case you've forgotten, Mordigan's still out there. We need you.
Right.
Oh, be quiet, you doddery old fool.
Got these.
You're ruining the mood.
Got these cards, man. I got the instruction to download.
How to get these cards?
Yeah, I had to.
Wow,
I'm like, man,
Mordigan's still out there. Well, he can stay.
I'm like, well, why don't I just get all of them? And 388 gigabytes later.
Dang.
Downloaded. It's like already on my computer.
He's the only one that matters to me. My heart, my soul, my body. They're all his.
The old days.
Why in the world would I want to join your band of do-gooders? I'm happy here. Happy
like,
for the first time in my life.
It was new. It was like, wow, I can actually.
You are a princess of Heliodor. You will behave like one.
For real.
Go to the store, buy a CD or a tape.
This den of iniquity is no place for a lady. You are coming with us.
It's not as great as a CD, but also, you know, it's not. I'm not missing anything. As some, some might disagree.
And you can keep your hands to yourself.
You know, FLAC audio is where it's at.
What would you know about
I really
ladies
can't tell the difference.
I don't know, cause I mean, it's as much as you would say, oh, FLAC it's a lossless format and everything. Not that many things play FLAC.
No.
Yeah, I guess eventually,
why don't I
as
give
time,
you a crash course? My foot crashing into your face.
As time went on and literally storage space became an issue. People just didn't want the format with the larger file size. And I don't think that like most headphones or headsets or whatever or speakers that people were using with the computers back at the time would have really done FLAC any justice. Like now you could get a good Beats by Dre headset and you might be able to tell the difference between MP3 and FLAC, but in general, not really.
No, I don't think so either. I think it did just electrograph or something like that. I think that's what it's called, where you can see the audio and the wavelength.
You must protect
and
yourself.
Compare FLAC to MP3. saying Flack, you know, being lost with, you know, you're not losing anything. Better not be downloading all this into my computer. But yeah, like, crap. So that spectrograph, you see the differences, and what you're losing in Flack is all like the background noise and all the stuff that's not part of the song.
Mm-hmm.
But then MP3 kind of cuts that out, and you're just getting the music, because you know you'll hear like the crackling or the popping or the fuzz very lightly. I mean, it's not noticeable, but you know it's there, and it just keeps, you know, it's like there's almost an infinite amount of sound with a lossless quality, but you're not hearing it because there's some frequencies that you can't hear. So when it comes to, like when it comes to size, and when it comes to just reliability, MP3 is still
yeah,
better.
I think so. Yeah, it's like it's not really. Yeah, the loss isn't worth it. Or I mean, for what's gained.
Yeah, you're not really investing. You know, now if they came out with an affordable player that can play Flack,
Right.
but there's so many hurdles and so many like machines you have to. There's just so many things you have to pass it through an amp, and then pass it through a conditioner, or like I call it a conditioner, but it's like, oh, I forgot what it's called. It's that thing that has the bulbs on it. It's like kind of like an amp to its own. You gotta pass it through something else, and by the time it gets to your ear, it's like been through like 4 or 5 different machines.
Yeah, it's just not worth it. Just keep hitting. Dang. Getting hit.
Anyway, I got work tomorrow.
Yep.
Sorry, it's 1 in the morning over here.
Yeah, well, yeah, we're in the same time.
Oh, you're in the same time zone as me, I forgot.
Yeah.
Alright, well, talk to you later.
Alright, peace.
Alright, see ya.
Hendrik, please attack. Need you to attack, Hendrik. Oh god, he's completely enthralled. Dang. If I get hit again, I'll probably die. I'm gonna have to heal myself. I'll do something. Alright, cool. Oh great, she's fucked up. There we go.
Not bad at all.
It's really weird that she was doing all that sexy dancing on what is essentially her grandfather. I like the lighting effect.
Come on now, lassie. That's enough foolishness. Come along with us, will you?
Oh, she has thrown the Pokeball.
Well, isn't this awkward? You appear to have nobbled my #1 croupier.
Oh my lord, is he a cat?
I suspect that means you don't know who you're dealing with. Let me introduce myself. I am Booga, Spectral Sentinel, Breaker of Hearts, Smasher of Heads.
We've heard of him, right? Oh! He's the one who turned Octagonia into such a silly spectacle! Honey, you have no taste.
Oh, Jade, my pretty little kitty cat. Look what the nasty people did to you. King Booga will punish them, you'll see.
Step away from the princess, fiend. She is coming with us.
You've
Said he's got the orbs, huh?
steal away my pretty, have you? No, 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 that just won't do. Not after I went to all the trouble of putting her under my spell. Do you think it was easy turning such a lovely girl into a horrible monster?
You'd be surprised.
You can turn humans into monsters? Does that mean all the others are they?
Of course! Jade wasn't my first, you know. All my lovely girls used to be human, and the boys too.
Oh dear Lord.
There's nothing like making a monster out of a smug human who thinks they've beaten the house. That soon wipes the smile off their faces, let me tell you.
I believe it. I do believe it. Alrighty.
Listen here, you. Jade's coming with us. You'll be using her for no more of your nefarious nonsense.
Oh dear, I'm afraid my casino has a zero-tolerance policy towards troublemakers. I would throw you out, but I'd rather crush you to a pulp.
Oh my. Oh, great.
Yeah! Oh yeah! Oh yeah!
You must protect yourself.
Great, now you got me in it too.
I almost feel bad about this.
Keeps missing. Training us. Van P. Hendrik.
Hey!
Hey, it worked.
Take heart!
Hendrik, I need you to attack. Yeah, great. Dear God! Jesus. Now he took all the Hendricks.
Look into my eyes.
And mine too. And now you. Yeah, he ain't gonna fall for that. Oh, not enough. Oh, Jesus. Alright, come on, Rab. Yeah, great. Jesus.
Oh, hey! Oh, yeah!
The one that's gonna be in trouble. Ah, God. So I don't know why, because he's got no MP, that's why. Everybody's in trouble. Who? Dang. How did I still be memorized? Well, Sylvando's dead.
Look into my eyes.
Getting real sick of this dude. If I attack him, Puga, he's close to it. I can't afford to die, so I'm gonna have to use a strong medicine. God, everyone keeps getting blasted and mesmerized. Alright, I've got no, so all I can do is attack him. Yeah, now I'm dead. Jeez. And now everybody's dead. Oh. Just visited the autosave. Let's try the last autosave. Sure. Got no choice, really. This really sucks. It's gotta be one something, right? This doesn't tell me when the autosave was. If it's before I get all that stuff, I'm gonna be pissed off. I have no idea when it autosaves, except if I see it. Okay, it says autosaving here. Did I already buy the... Alright, so... Right, so at least I had already... So if that's the case... This is the last autosave. I came up the stairs there. So I guess maybe what I should do now is figure out how to not get mesmerized. Also go and save. Fighting Jade isn't too bad, but I gotta figure out how to not get mesmerized. Because this Joker just be mesmerizing all day. It also didn't help that we were already kind of weak from before. And they keep stealing your... This is the church, right? I can come here and save. Alright, confess. Alright, so how do you not get mesmerized? I have to attack him a lot. I also need... Where's an item shop? Need a lot of... where is an item shop around here? That's the inn, the safe, the casino's up there. Now let's just try it one more time. And what we'll do this time is not use so much, I won't use so much magic on, what's her name, on Jade. Go to tactics real quick. We'll switch everybody to follow orders. Yes. Right. It's the elevator. And I don't know if you can even go in this door. No, apparently not. So I'll just head upstairs. Skip through the cutscenes. See if I can fight Jade and then just get to attacking this thing. I'm supposed to try and have a long drawn out battle. Alright, sweet.
Give in to me.
God, I fell asleep already. What does this Joker have? Fellow party member. Says out of confusion, out of sleep. Fair. Do need to heal myself though. Alright. Dang.
Give in to me. Well, hello.
Dang it. Got multi-heal. Where's empathy? Passes on to the MP to an ally.
Give in to me.
Dang. I don't know if this will work or not. Nope, missed. Jeez. Why is everybody dying?
You must protect yourself.
What the hell? He does not have... Okay, well clearly... Can I run away? Flee is not an option. Items. Got a lot of sages elixirs. Oh great, so he doesn't have any of the stuff that would bring anybody back. Now that he has any of the spells that would bring anybody back to life. Oh then. Why am I holding back?
Well,
Ah.
well,
You can keep doing all this stuff. It's like all these turns. Jeez. Well, I'm glad I saved recently. Yeah, for my last save. Alright, that's... No! Oh, thank you. Start from the last autosave. I know when that last autosave was. My 70,000, it's not all that stuff. Clearly, I'm gonna have to go and do some kind of research. Why am I hungry? Alright, well, I'm leaving it there then. Most definitely. I'm gonna have to reconsider my strategy somehow. Well, till tomorrow, hopefully.